Good day, class. My name is Letitia Bland. I go by Letitia or Tisha. My pronouns are she and her. I'm currently deployed, so I apologize if any jets go off in the background. I'm pretty close to the flight line right now, and so I apologize for any noise that you might hear. Hopefully, it won't be too much, and we can get this done pretty quick. Like I said, I'm currently deployed. I'm in the Middle East, but normally I live in Virginia, closer to North Carolina, is not like the DC part, but the closer to the south part. My time zone is normally the Eastern time zone, but right now I'm about 7 hours ahead of the Eastern time zone. I believe 8 hours ahead of those of you in Kentucky. This year for practicum, I will be at the Center for Survivors of Sexual Assault. I did this last year for my practicum, but I did a very introductory role. Didn't have many clients or anything like that. I just did mostly hospital response, 24-hour coverage, that kind of stuff. This time around, I will be taking on clients for 12 weeks at a time. Additionally, I will be working on the more managerial side of the house, really learning grant writing and how to run a nonprofit that is also incorporating services and funding from the state. So, super excited about that. I love what I do. I do active duty. I'm a sexual assault response coordinator, so I do this in my normal life, and then after work I get to work with clients even more closely, and I really love the civilian side of it, and I'm actually trying to emulate some of that stuff in the active duty world. But I really love it, and I hope to keep doing it and learning about it and taking care of clients all the way around. One thing about this class, I'm a huge fan of cognitive behavioral therapy. I definitely like to figure out ways to like disrupt cyclical patterns that often, especially in my civilian side of this job, I see that are like transgenerational patterns that people go through that kind of lead them to harm and trauma. So I'm really into learning about kind of disrupting those patterns in other ways, but I am partial to cognitive behavioral therapy because that's what we normally use with our clients, with our group therapies, things of that sort. Um, I ran across this article just reading, being a nerd, and I found an article is entitled "Addressing Sexual Problems After Sexual Violence and Abuse Through a Combination of Trauma Theory and Sex Therapy." One interesting fact about me is that I really do want to be a sex therapist, particularly for couples, but I also want to do communal education in terms of sexual health. And so that's really been a passion project of mine, really trying to develop what I want that to look like. And I thought this article was very interesting because it combines kind of my two loves, my care for victims of sexual trauma, and then, of course, sex therapy and how we can help victims kind of bounce back after an assault, especially in their intimate lives, because that's kind of the scene of the crime for them. It's where their intimacy was taken advantage of or what have you. And so my goal is to rebuild those very sacred places for survivors. And then my learning style is definitely videos. I love a good video. I like to respond to discussion posts with videos that I've seen online. So I'll try to do a lot of that. And I appreciate the inputs that you guys have. Other than that, there are jets going by right now. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much.